Pacelli's time, breaking down the stories every view will unwind. From left to right, we'll see the light. It's balance, we're chasing, no fighters fight. Curtis Sylvie, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Sylvie's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Sylvie, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Sylvie. The combo's unique. The combo's unique. Days out with the cheerful whistle and guitar riff. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The convo's unique. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combo's unique. The combo's unique. The combo's unique.
Well, good ladies, evening, and gentlemen. It's I, Curtis Selby, your tired midnight blogger. What's blogging? In this case, at 1:14 p.m., I suckered Troy Pacelli to come on here, and the check is in the mail. I promise. Just wanted to do some interviewing. Wanted to thank you for all that you've done for me and my channel. And there it is. I'm not going to play the music that I usually play because I don't want to have it playing over you. But I do want to say hello to the people in the chat real quick.
Of course.
So, you know, StreamYard being StreamYard won't let me show it, but John Ponerero sent a super sticker way early in the day, and it was like $1, like a $4.99 super sticker, the flying pair. So thank you very much for that. Mikey Susie 4, he's communicating about wanting to be on a watch party we're doing on Friday. And the lovely Natters Network is on there with her Hi Sweeties. That's fantastic. Big Al Presents. Hello, my friends. Have fun. Thank you. Thank you. Lizzie Armstrong from the land down under, where her birdies chirp and men thunder. I don't know. But anyway, Lizzie's on there. 4:02 a.m. in Northeast Australia. She is so lovely and dedicated and talented. Thank you so much. And we've got Connie Cleary, faithful bird woman of YouTube. And we've got, hey, look, it's that last call guy.
There you go. There you go. Good to see you.
Goodness. And the Netter become a new member. She is an insomniac, and only Troy can tell us if that's true or not.
It is true. Yeah.
Oh, poor girl. I'm sorry.
She does have a hard time getting a good night's sleep. Yeah.
It sucks. I used to have that, and it sucked. It was terrible. $10 super chat. God bless and thank you.
Yeah.
Last call, $5 super chat. He's
tell him about it.
Gold Kentucky Rain.
I love that song. I love that song. So, guys, pay attention. There's a goal up at the top. We're looking for 5 super chats, and we got 3 of them.
Woo!
If we get 5, This guy over here is going to be singing Kentucky Rain, and we need to hear that.
Yeah, I thought about In the Ghetto, but I didn't want to bring people down too much. So instead, I just had the depressing song of a guy whose
A little
wife has left
depressing,
him.
but it's got a hopefulness.
Yeah, well, it's
'Cause,
got more than the other one does. Got to tell you.
yeah.
Geek Flag with Nate Knows. Howdy, howdy. DJ Play Nice. Wee! Huzzah, huzzah. And people saying bonjour and hello. I'm fine. I'm not fine. No. Oh, okay. There we are. We're
Cool,
caught
cool.
up in the chat.
Awesome.
Way quicker than I usually do. Well, how the heck are you? And please, you are well known, but I think there are at least maybe 5 people on my channel who might not know you.
Yes, and I would love it if I can charm you enough to get a subscribe over on my channel. Yeah, my name
Heck
is
yeah.
Troy. I am the proprietor of Last Call. That is a show every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern, where I prattle on for about 2 hours with Netter and my co-host, Aged Boomer. And it's a different talk, different topic, whatever we feel like, whether it's something that's going on in the news or some bit of geekiness we want to get to. The whole idea behind it is a group of friends coming together after the work week on a Friday night for drinks in a pub or in a bar, and just shooting the breeze and talking the way we did when we used to work with a big group of friends, go into the bar at the end of the day on Friday, and just decompressing. That's what it's all about. But because we're doing our drinking at home,
Yes.
drink a little bit more and not have to worry about driving. So what tends to happen is I tend to drink more and more throughout the 2 hours of the show until I have no idea what's going on by the end of the stream. And people seem to think that's very funny, so they tend to tune in.
Well, very rarely, and I've noticed less rarely lately, and I'm not saying this is a complaint at all, trust me, but it does seem like toward the end of the stream you are still pretty coherent anymore. So I don't know if you're just building a
Yeah, I must be getting used to it. I might have to drink more heavily during the streams. Maybe.
Well, please don't hurt your health.
If you pay real close attention, here I'll tell you exactly what. I'll give you the behind the scenes.
Ooh.
If I get too drunk too early, I slow down. But then sometimes what ends up happening is I'm starting to lose my buzz by the end of the stream.
I got you.
Or I get so into the conversation, I'm not drinking.
You forgot all about the drink.
I forgot the drink. I'm getting so excited about the topic sometimes. Yeah.
Neato. And Accounting Sheep has gifted 5 memberships.
Boom.
God bless you. Accounting Sheep
Very
is like,
nice.
so like you have Geek Flag with Nate Knows. I have Accounting Sheep. And if my
people.
YouTube will quit spinning, I'll tell you who got those memberships, but it may not quit spinning.
I can tell you because I can see it right here.
Oh,
we have Jim's Landscape LLC #1, Commodore Productions. That's all one name. Orville Nation, PJ.
Orville!
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Admiral Teague.
Admiral
Let's
Teague.
see. Be Yourself Adventures.
Oh, Larry's good people.
Dave C.
Dave C. I don't know Dave C. Somebody I don't know. That's fantastic, though. All right. Huzzah.
The way I understand it is it's somebody who has come into your chat at some point and watched one of your streams. It doesn't mean they actually left a comment. So they may have been lurking. But
that poor sap. Now he's stuck with a membership for a month.
Exactly. For at least a month. Yeah, exactly.
Lizzie, yes, I agree. Curtis, don't think he drinks that. Yeah, I think he keeps it within reason. I really.
All right, I'll work at it. Well, see, here's what it is. I'll tell you what it is. I drink more based on the super chats I get. If you buy me drinks, I will drink more. So if you want me to get drunk, you gotta buy me those drinks.
You know, I think about doing that sometimes, but my sister would just pummel the crap out of me if I did that. And while she doesn't watch that
What, drink on
often,
stream?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's if you've ever wondered why I don't, that's why. It's not a I'm better than you guys. It's not that at all. I would drink on
Right.
stream, but I guarantee you the one that I do it on, that's the one my sister will watch. And I'm like, Curtis, and I'm not meaning to make fun of her, but she would not be happy about it. So.
I have the support network here, so I have Boomer as my designated driver. He can end a stream if I become incapable of doing so. Netter is the bouncer. She will cut me off. She will, she will reprimand me as necessary. But I don't think it's ever gotten that out of hand.
That's
At least not
fantastic.
yet.
It is good.
Just in case.
It is good to have a support system.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm also going to take a look at that top fans chat. Right now, we've got Geek Flag with Nate Knows, number 3 with 175 XP. Troy Pacelli himself, 325 XP at the second rank. And your wife, Netter, is number 1 with 650 XP.
It was that big super chat that she gave. That's what did it.
I've noticed they do give pretty good XP for those $10 super chats, which they should. I mean,
it does make sense. That's a great way to drive engagement. Yes.
Geek Flag.
Yes. Get back to work, you lazy bum. You.
Yeah. Right on. Always try to have fun, but keep it legal. Okay, so you have told us the story on your channel, and you started to tell it on mine. How did you get the idea for this?
I was actually starting. Well, I wasn't intending to go into the whole story, but now I guess I will. I was starting to say that back during the disease of unknown origin, whose name we shall not mention. Netter and I were working for a company about a half hour from here, just the next town over, really. And we'd commute there together and whatnot. And it was there was a bit of stress throughout the week, dealing with customers, dealing with coworkers. And so what we would do every Friday is get together with coworkers, supervisors and whatnot, and go across the expressway to a place called what was the name of it? CityWorks, which was a bar and restaurant, and we'd get some food because it was about dinner time, and drinks, and we just sit around and talk and tell stories about the crappy argument that we had with a customer during the week, and the one boss that was just thumping our heads. Sometimes the boss was sitting right across from you as you're telling the story, and I'd look right at him and this guy right here, but and he'd be like, yeah, guilty.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was very much that whole where everybody knows your name kind of, cheers kind of, kind of thing. And when they started downsizing like big time, it was like, well, okay, well, we're out of work now. And I said, that's probably the thing that I missed the most, was the getting together with the friends for drinks. And I said, you know what? I said, why can't we just keep it going online? I mean, everyone else was trying to find ways to do stuff online, some better than others, right? Amazon really took off. You can't go to the store to shop, so buy from us. And they were doing phenomenally well. But like conventions, virtual conventions, that did not work out so well.
No.
And they're still trying to make that a thing, and it's still not working. But I said, this kind of thing can, if you use it as the framework for basically a chat show. And that's exactly how Last Call came about.
Very good. So you survived the pandemic, as we sometimes say. What what is it about this that you find the most meaning and fulfillment in?
I think that it's exactly what I wanted to get out of it. It was that that social aspect, right? The ability to get together with friends. In this case, mostly people I've never met face to face. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a few that I'll see in my chat every now and again that are, you know, literally local friends, like
Yes.
Mark Melnikoff. Um, what's his handle? I don't want to dox him. Um, uh, Smoke Eater, I think, is one of the handles he goes
Huh.
by. He's a retired a fireman, so
Oh,
but
okay. Cool.
he's a good friend of ours locally. I haven't seen him in the chats for a while, until very recently. Evelyn Hampton,
Yeah.
that one
Rest in
was rough.
peace. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so these were friends that, you know, even though I didn't get to see them on a regular basis, even though they're local, you know, almost on a weekly basis here online. But then people like yourself and Nate and Deleted Scenes, even Aged Boomer,
Mm-hmm.
until last March, I had never met Aged Boomer face to face. We had
Wow.
been streaming together for like 3 years. And this past March was the first time I met him face to face, because we took a drive down to Florida,
Gonna
and we'll
say
probably see him again this year.
gonna say hello, Kapla, to Gorilla's Random Thoughts, and Netter is trying to prod your memory,
Patrick
I
in
think.
Chicago, another one, yeah.
So
Patrick in Chicago is one of the guys that I game with
sweet.
on Wednesdays, and he has come into the chat. Well, especially when I was on with Doomcock, he was like, you know, a lot of you guys were coming out and, you know, shouting me out in the chat, so that I, you know, kind of stood out to Doomcock, like, hey,
That's
you know,
good.
he brings the eyes to the channel,
He
you know.
brings the receipts. Huzzah.
I do. I try. I try.
What
My
about
people are with me, man. You know?
on that note, is that one of the things that you like the most about streaming? Or what are the things that
Yeah.
you like the most about it?
I think that's the thing I like the most. I also like the ability to be creative. You know, come up with a show idea, a topic, you know, something I want to talk about. So whereas most of my shows tend to be pretty interactive, every now and again I'll get into, and you'll see it, the presentations that I do with Aged Boomer. We've got a not scripted, but at least outline topic that we
Yes.
want to go through, and I'll do that too on the afternoon shows on Liquid Lunch. Usually I'll either have a topic I want to specifically talk about, or for example on Tuesdays it's all you guys. I'll just read the chats and just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about in conversation format. But you know, there's a great deal of artistic outlet that goes into that. The
Yes.
ability to make the thumbnails, to do the songs, you know, learning all the editing for videos and stuff. That's all self-taught. That's, you know, all stuff that I learned from YouTube videos or from other people online. Hey, how do you do that? Or, you know, what program do you use, or whatever, you know.
On that note, thanks for improving my thumbnail here. My only complaint about it is I look too professional there.
Yeah,
But
and I
but
look too skinny. I look almost emaciated there. I'm
oh,
like, wow.
well, yeah. Sadly, you got the look right for what I looked like 5 years ago. But yeah, I put on a
Yeah.
little weight since then.
Well, okay, so I was telling you this in the backdrop. So this picture I not only generated using AI, but I then had to go in and touch it up,
Yes.
because I know that not all of these AI programs are made equal, but I use Midjourney myself,
Oh,
and
okay.
this one has a really hard time with understanding sentence structure.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
I say a prompt like a bald guy interviewing another bald guy who is wearing a black fedora, I will invariably get both people wearing fedoras and one of them being a black man.
Oh, really? I've been
Because I specified
surprised.
black hat, it assumes you're a black man.
Yes.
It doesn't understand what the object of the adjective is. It's like, okay, you would think these would be easily programmed, things to improve. But anyway, the point I was getting at is that this particular picture, the one on the left, did not have glasses, even though I specified glasses, and it had a beard. So I had to go in and take out the beard, kind of touch up the contours of the front of the face, then, and add glasses. So I think that if you're out there using these AI tools and you're just taking whatever it gives you and using it, that's when people are going to mock you. That's when you're going to have the person in the background bleeding through the walls, and you're going to have the girl with 3 legs and 6 fingers on one hand and stuff like that. You have to go in and if you find something that's really close to what you want, work on your Photoshop skills and go in and touch them.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, there's a ton of skills I need to gain, but one of them is Photoshop. Yep.
Great little story here with related to what Accounting Sheep is saying. Don't forget about the overly sensitive Mid-Journey AI content filter, which is the stupidest crap in the world. Because, well, first off, if you're going and creating AI images because you want to see boobies, you're an idiot, because there's easier ways without dealing with AI. But here's the weird thing. So you can't overtly say, give me a picture of a topless blonde girl, right? But what you can do is you can describe, a setting and a situation that's going to put her in a provocative outfit. And as you adjust the picture going forward, her clothes get less and less and less, and then there's suddenly boobies. It's like, why? I did not ask for this. I can't use this now.
I've only had that happen once. I can't even remember what the context was, but I was trying to design a thumbnail, and what shocked me about it, not that boobies shocked me, but
that they happen to appear when you're expecting them.
Yeah, and I'm like, I would have thought that was the thing that would have been filtered out, but evidently not.
Because you have to understand how it's filtering. It is not filtering the output, it is filtering the input. You can't ask for boobies, but it can give you boobies, apparently.
I see. I do
and
know
because what it's going out and finding in the world, there's a lot of boobies out there. So when you describe certain circumstances, yeah, exactly.
Note to self: there are boobies on the internet. I never knew. No, I'm just.
What was it? I can't remember what we were talking about. Whether it was it was last night during live from Sparkwood in 21. I don't remember what it was I said, and deleted. You gave some celebrity name, a celebrity in in an adult area, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, I don't know who that is. Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
Well, almost the only
and
one.
And I was surprised. There was no joke. There was no sure you don't.
Yes.
There was no. I was like, guys, it's a joke. You're supposed to run with. Okay, never mind.
Never mind. Yeah. Well, the only one, I mean, literally the only one I know by name is Ron Jeremy, and that's not from actually watching it, but from
late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah,
that's a long
you
way
hear
back.
so much about him, and he was on what was it? The Surreal Life, if you remember that reality show.
Yeah.
And he was on with Tammy Faye Baker. That was a lot of fun. Oh, that was a
That.
lot of fun. I might convert you to be a Christian. I might convert you to be a porn star. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Never forget that.
And just remember that stuff is always scripted.
Oh
Those kinds of
yeah.
jokes, they plan them in advance. They've probably done the delivery like
Mhm.
2 and 3 times, and you
I'm
see the
sure.
edited
Yeah.
version of
You
it.
see the best quote unquote
Reality
version.
is not reality on
No,
these so-called
no.
reality shows.
Gorillas, of course, the only one. No, I'm not swearing I don't know some others by sight. No, I'm just teasing. Anyway.
Ron Jeremy was always a less than attractive guy, but he had one talent that I very much admired. I'm not going
Uh,
to elaborate. I am not
okay.
going to elaborate.
Good. Salute to him.
Yeah.
What about streaming do you least like? What do you most dislike about it?
It's a toss up between two things, I think.
Hmm.
One is dealing with some of the rando trolls.
Yep.
It really is ridiculous when you really need, and it hasn't happened often. I'm not that big a YouTuber for it to come up enough, but I do ask my blue wrenches, pay attention to the chat and be prepared to take stuff out. We've had people come in saying all kinds of rude stuff that just needs to come
Hmm.
out. Um, Trying to get you to say stuff by bringing up a comment and so forth. Even their names, are
Yes.
things that you cannot say on YouTube's. So, and honestly, these are people. There is a small, teeny tiny portion of my heart that bleeds for them, because they must be very miserable people.
Yes.
Their whole life is focused on this negativity. I've told you guys there is at least one troll who must subscribe to my channel and have the notification bell on, so that for every single video, every time I go live, every video I release, he can go and thumbs it down. He is that dedicated to giving me a thumbs down. And I'm like,
How?
I
What?
am not that diligent about things I like.
Exactly. What?
I mean,
Why would you be that motivated towards
to be
something?
miserable,
Yes. Yes.
motivated by anger and vitriol. It's ridiculous. It's really kind of sad. But as everyone keeps pointing out, that is regular engagement. So I
That's
guess I
true.
shouldn't be that upset about it.
Eh,
That's the one thing I want to give you a chance to say hi to the people
Hey
you just.
Ezra, wanted to say hi. We got a actor here who's making the film, and we're looking forward to it. So
I
we're
look
going to be
forward
able
to
to.
seeing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't know all the details because he hasn't been able to share all of them, which I get. But one of these days, and it won't be long, we'll be able to say we knew Ezra when. So
Yep. And he'll go, "Who are you?"
yeah, exactly. Curtis, I don't know any Curtis.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's got more class than that, I think. And if he doesn't, well, whatever. But I started to make a poll,
Uh-huh.
and then I got distracted by a squirrel or something. It was how often have you been inspired by Troy? Every day, every week. I'm British and I don't like him, and I like turtles.
I
So,
like turtles. I
but
like turtles.
I must have
I
gotten
actually haven't heard that one in
distracted.
a while. That's good.
I always loved that one. So,
But
oh,
I would say that the other thing that I really don't like is dealing with the YouTube copyright algorithm. It's flipping ridiculous. There is a piece of music that I use literally on a daily basis,
hmm,
that the creator of it claims no copyright on it, and in his description he says no copyright claimed. you know, as long as you attribute me, you can use this freely, blah, 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 blah. And I have the attribution in the stock description of every single one of my videos. And every single one of my videos gets a copyright claim every single time. And I have to dispute it every single day.
That's
I
freaking
literally have
crazy.
text that I copy and paste to send to them. And it's absolutely friggin' ridiculous. And I'm like, YouTube, what can I do to get you to stop this? You've got to stop. This piece of music you keep telling me is copyrighted is not copyrighted. He says in the title, literally in the title, no copyright.
Yeah. I don't. We could make a whole show about that right
Yes,
there.
yes.
Honestly, you know the struggles I had getting monetized, and that was one of them. I had to painstakingly go through. Like people criticize me for having been a political channel for so long, but before I ever met you guys, because I didn't know what I was doing, I wanted to do a reaction channel because I'd gotten inspired by a musician, and there are all these reaction people giving these reactions to his music and stuff, and I was like, this is actually cool. And but it's like you say, you couldn't hardly share a fart sound on there without getting a strike. And finally I was like, this is more effort than it's worth. I'm
If you
moving
follow
on.
the channel Professor of Rock, he in the
Mm,
past couple weeks has had a number of videos. He was actually at the point where he was just thinking about ending his YouTube channel because it was getting so bad. But he got a lot of support and a lot of advice, and he's working with a copyright attorney and so forth. He has situations where he'll do interviews with big stars, and he'll play a little snippet of their music, and he's getting hit by the record studio. And he'll call the record studio, and they'll go, that shouldn't be happening, because
but
it's
it
not
is.
anything they're actively doing. It's something YouTube is doing. So even when he's whitelisted by the record labels, he still has to deal with this with YouTube, and it's getting pretty ridiculous. And he's working with the labels trying to affect some kind of change in that regard, but it's just ridiculous. And it comes down to what I've always said about YouTube. They operate under this this clause of law where, as a platform, they are not responsible for the content that's online. They're exempt from that. But they also want to act as a publisher and decide what you can and can't say. So they want the best of both worlds. We want to control what you say and what you can do, but we also don't want to be held responsible for it. And you should not be able to have it both ways. Either you are a platform, and I personally am responsible for what I say, and if someone wants to take legal action against me, you literally have to take legal action against me. Or you are a proprietary platform, and none of the laws apply, and it's all at your whim. And if that was the case, nobody would use YouTube ever.
No.
But there's at least a belief that you have some sort of freedom. That's the only reason people use YouTube.
If Rumble were just a bit more viable, I'd have probably just taken everything and gone there. But
Rumble's never going to get there. It is not. I had early on had hopes that they would be, growing and adapting. Well, there's some big name legal YouTubers that I follow that are in really well with the people behind Rumble, and people in the tech industry. And these people in the tech industry are saying Rumble is like what do you call it? I'm trying to think of an example. Like who's the conservative guy with the pillows?
Oh yeah, I know who you mean, but I can't remember his name. I can see
They're
his
like that
face. Yeah,
company where nobody wants to work with them.
yeah,
So
yeah,
so they're really kind of screwed. The entire tech industry has nothing to do with Rumble. So Rumble can't get bandwidth. They can't get, you know, there's all kinds of problems on the Rumble side, but they also can't get the developers to give you the tools that YouTube has. So Rumble is never going to integrate with a platform like StreamYard or Restream or any of those. It's always going to be that RTM, add it, you know, individually, onesie twosie type thing. And
yeah.
it's never going to be as viable as the other platforms.
Well, and that could also be a whole stream unto itself. Is the whole the stance and the power of the tech moguls. Uh, that I've seen some really incredible videos
In
about
this
that.
case, it's not even to some degree it is Google and YouTube and the monopoly that's going on there, but that's really getting broken up in the courts. That's uh we're going to turn the corner on that one, partly because of Rumble bringing a lawsuit, but
Yeah,
that's be that as it may, that's not going to solve their problem. That's not really where the problem is. YouTube's
yeah,
monopoly. What the real problem is the culture of the
yes,
industry. Look, you can't be, for example, a dairy distributor if the entire dairy distribution industry doesn't want to let you in.
yeah,
You know, if you can't get trucks to deliver your milk, you're screwed. And that's
yep,
basically the situation that they're in.
yeah.
And,
Or
you
you
know,
can't get
whatever.
truck drivers to work for you,
Yeah,
or you
they won't work
can't
for
get
it. They
someone
just
to sell you a cow, or
exactly
something like that.
those are actually great examples. But it's gonna take something a little more radical. And honestly, I think that the best potential competition for YouTube is going to be X. Now,
Yeah,
X needs to decide they're going after that, you know,
yeah,
streaming, you know, and making it a similar kind of thing where you can have videos that stay up and can be sorted and back catalogs and stuff like that. But if they ever get there, X will be
well, that's
streaming.
really where I would like to stream, but maybe I'm misunderstanding it, or maybe things have changed in the last 6 months. But don't you have
So
to be on premium to stream
yeah, you
there?
do. Yeah, you do. And honestly, I've found it to be worth it. Just like everything else, just like the YouTube channels you like the most, there is value in the things you love, so support them. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
and X is a great example. Just from a philosophical standpoint, X has done so much in the past couple of years for free speech on the internet. That
yes,
in and of itself deserves to be supported. But some of the features that they're offering that were not offered in any way, premium or
yeah,
otherwise, that are now offered in premium. For example, being able to edit a post you put up. For F's sake,
yes,
I get a typo. I've got to take down the whole post and
yep,
repost it with the potential of a new typo. No, you can, within an hour, you can go back and you can update the post, and that's a feature in and of itself that's worth the price of admission. But yes, so most of my YouTube streams are simulcast to X. They are still out there in my, you know, if you come to my page and stream through, but there's no sorting of it. There's really no way to find, you know, a live from Sparkwood in 21 from, you know, March or something like that,
interesting.
specifically about, you know, the third episode of Twin Peaks from season 2. There's no way to search like that, like there would be on YouTube. And that's when I'm simulcasting. So like this stream, exactly the way you're seeing it, can be streamed to X, and you can see it in your feed, and then you can click on it and hear it, and you can just watch it on X in your feed. That's one way to stream to X. The other way is they have their what are they called? Spaces or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Which operates almost like a party line where everybody calls in, virtually, and you can say, okay, I'm going to let Troy and Boomer and Netter and Curtis Selby, they're going to be on the panel, and they're the ones talking, and everyone else is typing. But at any time, you can say, LDG has his hand up, I'm going to bring you in just a second. And then they're suddenly on the panel, able to talk. And, it's interesting, but also it's a very separate thing, not sortable. It's something great for live, but I
not
don't know
for
that there's
others.
I'm not sure how you could find it, the day after on the rerun or whatever. You know
I
what
got
I mean?
you.
So
and on
they
the
need
note,
to kind of sort that too.
On the note of tech, we've got LDG hashtag free the net. I know he's working on an app that he has great hopes will free us from some of the tech oligarchs. So welcome.
Well, good luck with that. You're going to have to fight an uphill battle on that, because they will be trying to silence you in every way that they can.
And Lizzie is saying Australia is moving to age restriction on social media of up to 16 because trolls, folk of their kind, refuse to modify their behavior, which would help some of the teens.
So and Britain's doing the same thing, and it's indirectly affecting us as well, because of the international market, and we have got to fight against this. This is as intrusive and ridiculous as the mask mandates. This ridiculous idea that we have certain people we want to protect, so we're going to wrap all the rest of the world in bubble wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not how it should be. It should be, yes, there's bad stuff out on the internet. Parents, watch your children and monitor what they do online. This should not be my problem. Me, as a 50-plus-year-old guy with no kids, having to give up all of my privacy to prove I'm not a child. That's effing ridiculous. And that's what it really is. It's not, anytime, rule of thumb, always pay attention. When they say this is to protect the children, it's not to protect the children. It is to take some right away from you. That's what it really is. And in this case, it's, we want your information.
Yes.
Your information is where the money is. We can control you with your information. There is an old folklore about names. If a demon knows your name, it has control over it. If you know a demon's name, you have control over it. That is because it comes from a very logical truth. If you know enough about somebody, you can control them. That's what this is.
Right on. I had a thought and then it died of loneliness. Doggone it. But yeah, if they really cared about children, Britain especially, they would be cleaning up their streets from certain activities that I won't talk about here. What kind of training and what kind of background influenced you to get into streaming?
None. To be honest, I'm only half joking, really, because like I said at the top of the show, background in performing arts and stage productions. I was in band. When I was dating Netter, we used to go to karaoke. So being in front of an audience definitely gives me the natural ease in front of a camera kind of thing.
On.
But all of this other stuff, no
Yeah.
experience whatsoever. I'm completely self-taught in the past like 5 years in how to stream, how to edit videos, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, to some degree, you know, things like making thumbnails and stuff like that is not, you know, a huge departure from like making presentations for, you know, different companies I've worked
Right.
for and stuff like that. But you know, in this specific area, especially like the marketing oneself, just you know, winging it really.
Yeah. Ezra Carter, bullying is a terrible thing all around. They call them keyboard warriors. You say things that are so off the wall and terrible to others that you would never say to a person to their face.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the what you're never going to get rid of the trolls. You're never going to get rid of the bullies. What you need to do is you need to teach your children how to deal with that, because they're going to deal with it all their lives. Toughen up, or you're gonna
Yeah.
shrivel up.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. You do your children no favors by trying to sterilize the internet for them, because you can't sterilize the world for them. I made this comment back during the beginning of the pandemic. I said, remember that boy in the plastic bubble? Remember how when he was diagnosed with that
Yep.
disease, they made everyone else in the world wear plastic suits?
Yep.
Wait, no, that didn't happen.
Yep. Yep. They put him in the bubble, which, uh,
You are the one who needs it. You wear the bubble. If you
Yep.
are a child, you need the protection, and that protection is armor. Toughen up, kid, because those slings and arrows are going to be coming at you all your life, and
Yep.
you will never be a success if you can't deal with it.
Yeah, I know. When I first was starting to work on the farm, I was actually badly upset with Dad because I was an immature dolt kid, you know. But I
Mhm.
needed that strengthening and that toughening.
Yeah.
I would have gotten nowhere in life if I'd not done something like that. So,
There is not enough well, I'll be honest, there ain't enough parenting going on, you
nope.
know, and that's you know, and this is why you want two parents, right? Your
Yep.
father's going to teach you to be tough, your
Yep.
mother's going to teach you to be sympathetic,
Yep.
right?
You got
And
it.
I'm overgeneralizing, because both my mother taught me to be strong,
Right.
but that's because she was mostly a single mother. She had to fill the role of both mother and father.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but you need to pass on the wisdom to the next generation, and you need to, it's kind of like I was talking about with the trolls before. You have a little bit of compassion for them. They are obviously miserable souls, you know. You don't need to get so bent out of shape about the things they say, because who the hell are they and what do they matter,
Yeah.
you
What do
know?
they really know about anything, honestly? But
And when I'm sitting there, you know, banging at the keyboard at some troll, and I realize this person doesn't know me.
nope.
This person is an absolute ignorant idiot, you know, and I will say a few things back, and then I'll go, okay, clearly all you want to do is bitch and moan, move the goalpost, and ad
Hmm.
hominem.
Yep. Yep.
I tried to share some wisdom with you. You won't eat it, or you won't accept it like a horse led to water. So I'm muting you now. You're wasting my time. Goodbye.
Yep. Ezra is saying a lot of the problem, it's easier to blame society, use the power to change society, rather than use that same energy to make the armor of the children stronger in
Yeah.
this day and age.
And there's nothing wrong with trying to change society,
Right.
as long as you realize you never will completely do that. You
No.
can make the world a little bit better. You can make the world close to you much better,
Yes.
but you can't, you know, some wisdom from scripture. The poor will always be with you. That's
Yes. Yes.
a statement directly attributed to Christ, right? He wasn't saying don't feed the poor. In
Nope.
fact, most of his teachings are about taking care of the
Yeah.
poor. He was just
Exactly.
saying, don't ever think you are going to get rid of the poor.
Yeah. You're not going to fix
If
the
you're feeding the
problem.
poor, all you are going to do is put a salve on a wound that's never going to heal. You
Yep.
know, make things a little bit better and a little bit more comfortable, because life is hard, you know. like the troll who had it out for one of the guests and blasted them on their tagging the stream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
So one of Netter's guests has a troll that actively, a big part of his content on his channel is talking about this guest that Netter had on,
Oh,
and just
wow.
trashing him. And I'm like, and people actually pay attention to this guy and follow him? How miserable is that? He's talking about it's a nobody talking about another nobody, really. It's like,
Right. It would be
you
like
know,
me trying to, trashing somebody. And even though I have gone down a road on politics, I've tried not to trash people because
right.
why the heck would you come to my channel? Who am I to trash anybody?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and we also have deleted scenes
There we go.
contributing $1.99.
We are with that
One away.
we have 4 of the 5 super chats we need to get us to the goal. Go check
Indeed.
out that goal. If we get 5 super chats, this guy over here will sing Kentucky Rain. And that's a song I really like and I would really like to hear.
And you haven't lived until you hear me sing Elvis.
Kentucky Rain keep pouring down.
There you go.
See,
See, somebody
I
can
throw that
actually
out
sing
there
it.
for free. That one's for free. You want to hear him sing it, you got to pay.
Lizzie Armstrong, we should expect adults on other channels to behave according to media laws and YouTube guidelines.
Yeah.
Right on. Deleted scenes is leaving work now, and we'll catch up on the double speed. Lizzie Armstrong is being trashed on other channels. What the heck? And makes consider Lizzie Armstrong is a sweetheart. I don't know why anyone would trash her. That's ridiculous.
It's tribalism. I mean, look at what's happening to Sydney Sweeney, right?
Yep.
Beautiful people are always going to be hated by ugly people. That's just the way it
Indeed.
is.
Well, I don't hate the beautiful people. Sorry.
Okay,
I couldn't
you're
help
always going to be jealous of the beautiful people. It's just some people can't internalize. Look,
Yes.
there was a meme that I saw. I don't remember what the reaction to was, and it showed the women reacting. Look at her, this, that, and then the guys going, I need to get to a gym. You know?
Yeah.
It's how you deal with stuff, right? It's either you could bitch and moan and complain and blame and be miserable, or you can go, all right, what do I need to do to fix this situation?
Well, I was talking about Tom Cruise on your channel, shifting the narrative just a tiny bit. I could either look at him and say, well, yeah, if I had millions of dollars, I could look like that too. Or I could go to a gym and do what I can
do.
And
isn't that the story of Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Where you've got Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago, right? With all the money and the attention and the special equipment and stuff like that. And Rocky is chopping wood and running through the snow and punching, sides of meat and, all this kind of stuff,
Yep, exactly. And we've got Matt Cheatwood. Welcome. Good afternoon to you, good sir. And hey, I think we got something here.
Yes, we do.
We're going to go there slowly because I'm a big jerk. Lizzie Armstrong saying she loves Elvis and Kentucky Rain. And on that note, Netters has sent a $2 super chat. So when do we want to do that? Do we want to interrupt, or do I want to do that at the end of the stream? Or you have the knowledge on this one, so.
How long does your stream go for? Depends.
Really, I hadn't really planned. I've got all day.
That's where you got to start. You should know when your beginning, middle, and end are, so that you know when you decide where you want to place it. That's why I was going to say, if you know that the end is coming up pretty soon, this is probably the place to do it. If you're planning to go for another hour,
well, I was thinking maybe 20 more minutes, 10, 20 more minutes, and then we'd call it a stream. So I guess I'll go ahead and get it set up.
Okay.
You think I should, let's see, I probably need Hey, look at this Calvin Klein jeans commercial. I ought to play that instead, but I'd get a copyright strike. I'll probably get a
Well,
strike.
you're probably going to get a copyright strike for this song. So
right on.
This is why he asks for the contribution, because he's not going to get any AdSense for this.
Nope. No AdSense. No AdSense for you. All right. We'll go here to hey, look, there's confetti going and all kinds of stuff. That's cool. Kentucky Rain karaoke. That's it.
Yeah.
I do this so often. Let's see here. You got any recommendations for which karaoke to throw out there?
Let me take a look at which ones you're looking at.
Here we go. I'll share this.
I usually, even when I know the see, these are all very, very different styles. I generally have to try them out, before a stream, and then pick the one I like. What I generally do, find the one I like and then pull it down off the internet and play it as a separate file. This way I'm not actually actively playing a YouTube stream that could go out on me, because YouTube.
That's true too. Let me then maybe just look up the lyrics and play it a cappella, even though that'll be boring probably, but Kentucky. Oh, here. Marvel as the tired blogger types. Kentucky Rain lyrics. AZ lyrics genius.com. I's a genius. Sorry. Here we go. Now, be prepared to be depressed, and no one will ever give me a super chat again. All right.
But they're all going to be laughing. That's
that. I hope that they will at least laugh. I hope.
Yeah.
All right. I got to get into my Elvis kind of frame of mind. I'm going after Bubba Hotep. He's an ancient mummy. He's coming after us all. 7 lonely days and a dozen towns ago, I reached out one night and you were gone. Don't know why you'd run, what you're running to or from. All I know is I want to bring you home. Do, 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 do. So I'm walking in the rain, thumbing for a ride on this lonely Kentucky back road. I've loved you much too long. My love's too strong to let you go, never knowing what went wrong. Kentucky rain keeps pouring down, and up ahead's another town that I'll go walking through. With the rain in my shoes, searching for you in the cold Kentucky rain. In the cold Kentucky rain. Showed your photograph to some old gray bearded men sitting on a bench outside a general store. They said, yes, she's been here, but their memory wasn't clear. Was it yesterday? No, wait, the day before. Finally got a ride with a preacher man who asked, were you bound on such a cold, dark afternoon? As we drove on through the rain, as he listened, I explained, and he left me with a prayer that I'd find you. Kentucky rain keeps pouring down, and up ahead's another town that I'll go walking through. with the rain in my shoes,
In my shoes.
searching for you in the cold Kentucky rain, in the cold Kentucky rain, in the cold Kentucky rain. And I think I'll end it right there and save you the rest of it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Wow. That
Thank you
actually
very much.
was better than I was expecting. Very
Thank you.
good.
Why do you
I
think I
mean,
picked that one? That's one of the few I know I can do halfway decent.
you got that Oklahoma accent, which comes close enough to Kentucky that it actually lends something to it. That's pretty good.
Thank you. Thank
I
you very
think
much.
I think I'm planning I promised everybody I'd plan a karaoke stream for August. So when we do, I think I'm going to want to do that song. Yeah.
Ooh, it's somebody's trashing Dino of the Late Horror Shit channel. Ugh.
I don't know. That's ridiculous. But you know what?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing too. You know what's going to happen is, I mean, I don't really believe the concept that there's no bad word of mouth. But I'd say in a case like this, if it gets more people to go and check out his channel and engage,
Yeah.
even if it's negative,
Yeah. Why
it's a
not?
numbers game.
True. True.
And what it tends to do is look at how you're responding to it, right? You are a fan of Dino's. These people come around, they tick you off, and that just makes you want to support Dino all the more,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's how that tribalism works, right? When you have outside forces coming at you, we circle the wagons. I was talking a little bit about that during the Liquid Lunch. So good. I'd say that's a good thing.
All right. And Lizzie's throwing flowers onto the stage at me. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, flowers, not rocks. Never mind.
Yeah, you're used to rocks. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
All right, one last question, and then I'll go ahead and call it a stream. But knowing
Sure.
what you know now, how would you have approached streaming differently?
I'm not sure I would have, because it's been a learning process. And even if I had known a lot of the things I know now when I started, um, you need resources. I've
Mm-hmm.
had to pay for programs, pay for services, pay for the platform and whatnot, buy a new microphone, buy a camera and stuff. That stuff you can't do all at once. No,
No.
I never had the money to invest up front. So it's not a question of what I know. It's if I had won the lottery, 6 years ago, what might I have done? I could have built a professional studio and all that kind of stuff. But
Right.
this is just part of the process. This is why, we're always saying the memberships, the super chats, all the ways that you support us are so important for what we do to get better. If you like what we're doing now, hopefully through investing, we can do better and better going
Right.
forward.
And that had been my original plan, was like, and anything that it was invested was going to go into the channel, and then it got laid off. So now it's frankly, a lot of it's probably going to go to bills for a bit, but I'm not
So when he
in
says,
terrible.
you're helping keep the lights on, he
You really
literally
are.
means that. Yeah,
Yeah, you are literally keeping lights going for me,
yeah,
so thank you very
yeah,
much. Netter's does some amazing interviews, and
yeah.
you know, Netter, Netter, and reality based, who
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, was
He
destroyed
got
on
yeeted
YouTube.
from the YouTube. Yeah,
But I thought his formula for interviewing people was actually brilliant,
yes,
because
it is.
politics aside, whether you
Mhm.
like his politics, don't like his politics, the idea of what is your creative journey like? How do you respond to certain
He
things, et
basically
cetera, et
has the
cetera.
same questions he asks
Mhm,
everybody. Going
mhm.
into it what you're going to be asked. As a member of the chat, what the guest is going to be asked before they get
Yes,
asked. You just are
yes.
waiting to hear that answer.
And I'll be blunt. I was so tempted to just steal his format, and I was like, no, I'm not going to go through the effort to come up with my own, but I'll at least not steal his. Instead, I
Yeah.
just stole this one.
Yeah, see, that's the funny thing. For me, it would have been more effort to write down all of the kinds of questions he asks than to just do what I normally do and just make it up as I go.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Exactly. Well, let's go ahead, if it's all right, call it a stream. What have
it's a
you got
stream.
going
It
on?
really is. So, so yeah, what is today? Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm just gonna finish editing my videos for the week tonight, I hope.
Right.
And uh I'm a couple weeks out from my last D&D game, so I'm going to try to get with my buddies and play some D&D tonight.
Woo!
Um, between guest hosting on or guest paneling or whatever on Doomcock and uh, then Gen Con came, which took one of the other players away and whatnot. I haven't had a D&D game for weeks, so I should have my D&D game tonight. But what you're actually asking about is what other streams do I have coming up. Tomorrow is Thursday. It's Thankful Thursday on Liquid Lunch. So tomorrow at noon Central, 1 Eastern, I will be sharing something I am thankful for. Don't know what that is just yet. I'll figure it out before we go live tomorrow afternoon. Then tomorrow evening, of course, I say that I co-host, but really I'm just the behind the scenes guy on Netter's Network, where she will
Hmm.
be interviewing Corey from Wilkie's Movies and Music, who, like yourself, just recently became monetized. So
Woo!
he is going to be we're going to be sharing about him, and if you guys haven't already subscribed to his channel, hopefully you will do that tomorrow during Netter's show. And if you really like him, maybe you become a member. Let's see. Friday night, I'm going to go ahead and drop the hammer on what my topic's going to be for Friday night. So Friday night, last call, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Boomer and I will be revisiting a topic we've done in the past. We're going to be talking about music videos. Remember back when
Oh
MTV was actually
yeah.
about music? And each one of us is going to pick 3 videos and talk about them. We will not play them. We will show
Right.
you some stills from them,
Right.
uh, but we will talk about them, reminisce about them, maybe talk a little bit about those bands and some of their other stuff. But gonna do a little bit of nostalgia there while I drink.
There you go.
Of course, Saturday, I guessed with on Netter's channel for her retro cinema, where she will be playing 2 independent films related to tabletop gaming, The Gamers and The Gamers Dorkness Rising. It's a double
Woo!
feature. And very funny, very sweet in some places. If you are a D&D player, you will laugh very hard. If you are not a D&D player, you will still probably laugh pretty hard. But yeah, so that, and then of course every Sunday at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, geeky news show called Geeky Geezers, hosted by Aged Boomer, and I'm just his drunken sidekick. So yeah, exactly.
Sorry. And I didn't mean to blow you off. You were saying you were going to do a karaoke. What have you decided when you're going to do that, or?
Well, let me look at the calendar right now. I can do that. Oh wow, We're already halfway through the month, aren't we?
Yep. Oh yeah, this month is just blowing by.
Well, since Friday's the 15th, I'm probably looking at the 22nd then. So yeah, maybe I'll do a karaoke stream on the 22nd. In fact, you know what I will do is I will start a poll, or not a poll. I'll start a goal like you did on the
Okay.
stream on Friday, and see if people are interested enough to put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, that's a ticket. That's a ticket. I know. Were there any more shows that you wanted to promote? I don't want to cut you off or anything.
Um, I have a member stream every Monday for my members. We do. I put up a poll during the week asking what movie you would like me to stream. I stream off platform so that you guys can. It's private. You guys can watch along with me if you don't have the movie yourself. And it's 4 movies a week, or excuse me,
Nice.
four movies a month. Sometimes they're movies that are hard to find, that aren't streaming anywhere. Sometimes, it's a movie you've never heard about. Sometimes it's a fan edit of a film that isn't available anywhere. So you can only find it by watching live with me. So if you're not a member of my channel, maybe you consider becoming a member for as little as $2 a month.
Yeah.
It's a good investment.
No. I've cut you off again, but I just wanted to interject that I've definitely found it worth the money. I'm absolutely
member,
happy. I love y'all's channel. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you and Netter. I don't want the stream to end without saying this. I would probably be stuck at 200, not to make fun of anybody, because I know it's a hard road, but I'd probably be stuck at like 200 followers and just bitterly talking about, this person did, I might have become one of those trolls if it weren't for you guys. So thank you very much. Y'all been so kind, so promoting. And if you're looking for a great, positive community, yes, Dino's out there too. He's wonderful. There's Gorillas. There's a lot of wonderful creators, but please consider Troy and Netter's community. They're just some wonderful, wonderful people. And you won't regret it unless you're a troll, in which case, whatever you want to do.
Just keep the engagement going. Go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I know I am going to be doing a watch party on Friday afternoon of Dark Shadows. I haven't ever seen it, but I have a couple of people in my community that are like, you really need to watch Dark Shadows. So, like you're saying, I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
You might be jumping into the deep end here. It's kind of like when people say you should watch anime. It's not all made. Do you know what version of Dark Shadows you're watching?
It's the
original TV show.
Yeah, the original TV show. Yeah.
Okay. And even that, they have like fairly
different
full versions of it. They have more compact. Remember, this was a daytime drama. It was literally a soap opera.
Right.
So what a lot of the presentations that have been put out there are like truncated, taking out all the fluff and trying to streamline the storyline. So sometimes that's the way to go.
Well, right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm relying on the expertise of a couple of people. Mikey Susie Four is one of them.
As long as you have someone guiding you, you're probably going to be okay. Yeah.
Family encourages family. You got it, Netter. And soap opera indeed. And then I haven't set it up yet, but Saturday I'm going to be doing. I can't quite bring myself to entirely stop talking about politics. But I do want to at least get away from being controversial, or at least too controversial. So on Saturday, I was going to do a talk in the afternoon about the Constitution. I was going to relay what we had before the Constitution. We had the Articles of Confederation, and why that wasn't working and basically I intend to do a series about the Constitution in the next months.
Good.
So, and then let's
Then
see.
follow that up with the Federalist Papers.
Yes, that was my hope anyway. And I do have that copy of that book somewhere around here. And then Sundays I do my if I'm not working, I'll be doing the Voice of Northern Oklahoma, which is where I just get some news things about Oklahoma. Some of them for fun, and some of them for more seriousness, and share what's going on. Try not to get too chatty or too commentary-ish about them, but every now and then I'll throw out a thought about what's going on, and that's basically my format right now, at any rate. So, any last words before we call it?
No, Curtis, I just want to thank you so much for inviting me on your channel, for giving me a little bit of a platform. Maybe I have encouraged some of your regular viewers to consider subscribing and checking out what I do a little bit.
Yeah,
really appreciate that.
That's the hope. I mean, there's just like I say, it's not many, but I have a bare handful of people that I'm like, yeah, you need to check out this Troy Pacelli guy. I don't know. Well, yeah, check him out. So anyway, I don't have an outro yet. I need to design one of those. But if y'all are doing okay, yeah, Ezra, thank you very much. Thank you. I guess I will go through and thank everybody, but I'll try to be quick about it. There's a lot of people. I love it. Mikey Susie 4, thank you very much. Netter, thank you, and thank you for those super chats. John Ponterero, thank you for the super chat. Big Al Presents, thank you very much. Lizzie Armstrong, thank you for your encouragement. Connie Cleary, thank you for all those bird videos, and I know she'll be doing something in her community this evening, likely, possibly. She often does a watch party on Wednesdays of her own. Netters is a new member, so thank you very much. She's an insomniac.
Yes.
Troy, thank you for your
unfortunately.
Yeah, I hear you. Man, I don't miss that. I don't miss that.
I know.
Geek Flag with Nate Knows, thank you very much. Between you guys and I think it was deleted, I ended up having to sing Kentucky Rain, which wasn't so bad. DJ Play Nice, thank you very much for the kind comment. Who else? Oh, yes. Accounting Sheep contributed 5 memberships. Wow. God bless you, sir. Accounting Sheeps has a wonderful channel. He does some great poetry. He does some parody music. Go check him out.
Yep.
And Gorilla's Random Thoughts. He came up with my intro. Check out his channel. He's got the wonderful cigar lounges and watch parties and things. Ezra Carter, he is filming on his own thing. We won't discuss that too much, but we're all looking forward to it. LDG hashtag Free the Net's coming up with an app to save us from the oligarchs. I always want to promote him. Deleted Scenes, $1.99 super chat. God bless and thank you. He's leaving work now. And Netters got me to sing. Thank you.
Kentucky rain keeps pouring down.
Another
head's another town
that I go walking through. Sorry. Matt Sheetwood, thank you very much. You've been very kind and very supportive to me. God bless and thank you. I hope those animals, he's got a little farm thing going, and it's actually quite cool. When the crap hits the fan, he's one of the ones that'll be okay.
Yeah.
And I think I got everybody. So thank you all very much. And I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.